We are going to learn something about Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is our fourth body. So, as we know, the soul has created so many different layers. Out of that, we are learning 5 layers. And the fourth one is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So, this is more subtler. Yesterday, we talked about the mental body, Manomaya Kosha, which is most important for all of us. That is where most humanity got stuck, and it is everybody has to work through it. When they work through it, they reach the Vijnanamaya question. Most of the spiritual people, at least if they do 1 hour meditation every day, I'm sure they might have experienced the Vijnanamaya question. So most of you, if you practice at least 40 minutes plus every day in your daily life, 1 second. So if you are practicing meditation every day, at least 40 minutes to 1 hour, I'm sure you will experience this Vijnanamaya Kosha. You will touch this layer of the soul. So how do you know you touched it or not? So I'll give few examples so that you know, okay, you are accessing the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay. First of all, what is Vijnanamaya Kosha? Vijnanamaya Kosha is nothing but knowing through the experience, knowing through your subjective experience, not through reading books or listening to somebody. Okay, that can be just a knowledge that that is you are allowing through your mind. You are learning through that mind. But here, Vijnanamaya Kosha, what happens? It is knowing. It's a direct experience for you. So, what is the example of direct experience? Let's say we do meditation. In the meditation, we say we receive the cosmic energy. Okay, if I tell you once you do meditation and if you calm your mind, you will receive the cosmic energy, and cosmic energy flows through the entire body. So if I tell you, if you listen to that and if you accept, that means you mentally accepted that. But you do not know that how it works. You do not have the direct subjective experience of the cosmic energy. Right? So how do you know this? When you truly practice it, when you truly transcend your mind, and when your mind is calm and with less thoughts, you can experience that cosmic energy directly entering into you, and you experience as a subjective experience, right? So nobody can tell you or teach you or show you this. It is your own experience. Like how you eat a fruit and the taste, you have to experience it. Somebody try to explain it. If you have never tasted that, it's hard to understand or know that. So this is called subjective experience. All your subjective experiences come through this wisdom body, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. It's a knowing, it's a direct knowing through your experience. So this is how you experience the cosmic energy. This is how you get to know that you are touching the your wisdom body. If you do not calm your mind, if you do not reduce your thoughts, you will never go to this Vijnanamaya Kosha, the layer of the knowing. Okay, I hope you're understanding that. So this is very important in the process of spiritual evolution. This only happens when you truly dedicated and you committed with your practice. Otherwise, we are only the first 3 layers. And first 2 layers we are utilizing to the most. And the second, third one, the mental body, we are only using the one part of it, like intellect, the memory part of it. Everything that we are not using. In order to come to this Vijnanamaya Kosha, what you have to stop is, if what you have to, I will not say stop, I'll say transcend. First is your reasoning and logic. You have to go beyond your reasoning and logic. When you go beyond your reasoning and logic, then you'll come to the knowing. So the same example that I said, so I tell you, like, you do meditation, you get cosmic energy. Through the cosmic energy, you can heal all your health problems. Okay? So what most of the people say, they use their logic and they say, how do you get a cosmic energy which is, nobody can see it, nobody can touch it or feel it. Okay. And if you sit quiet, how do you get a health? Right? People are spending lakhs and so much of money for to get health. They go to a lot of workouts and all, and you are telling like if you sit quiet, close your eyes, how do you get a better health? So this is a lot of people use the logic. Okay, when you use the logic, you will not practice that, and when you don't practice, you will not go. But even if you do meditation and if you still use a logic, you will not go to this Vijnanamaya question. So when do you go to this? So that's why I tell you need a serious practice for this and at least 1 hour of practice in order to know this. So you all of you, if you're not practicing at least 40 minutes to 1 hour daily, so this is it's a daily thing, not one thing. After a period of time, you will reach this Vijnanamaya Kosha. You will definitely tap into this Vijnanamaya Kosha. When you tap into the Vijnanamaya Kosha, that is when all the miracles of spirituality, miracles of meditation happens only when you reach this fourth layer. Okay, till then nothing happens. Only you may experience little bit of happiness, little bit of calming the mind, but the miracles truly happens when you reach this fourth layer. In order to miracles to happen, you have to practice more meditation. Okay, more mindfulness, more awareness throughout the day. Okay, so and you might have read a lot of books. For example, let's say one of the book I read is Autobiography of Yogi. When I read for the first time, I used my logic and I said, no, it is not possible because in that book, so Parahams Yogananda ji meets a lot of yogis in India who showcase a lot of spiritual powers, right? Like being in the present in two places and reading others' thought and stopping the trains, which is somewhere nowhere. Okay, knowing the things that are happening in the other side of the world. All these so many spiritual powers. And I said, how is it possible? So I used my logic. That means at that point of time, my awareness was only at the logical mind or below the third layer. Okay, I never went beyond the logic. Okay, so what I did after practicing meditation for like couple of months, I was able to calm down the mind. I was able to experience this cosmic energy. That means when I went to my fourth layer of the body, then I knew everything is possible and everything is happening. Okay, so same thing if you use the logic and if you don't transcend it, you will never understand all this because these doesn't have the reasoning. Whatever happens at this fourth layer, whatever the spiritual powers, they will not have a reasoning, they will not have a logic, but they do happen, they do manifest, right? One of the example is manifesting the health through the meditation. It does work. If you ask them to explain how is it happen, if you ask them to show the logic for the person who never practiced, it's hard to show. The reason is it's a subjective experience for you, right? In order for this subjective experience to happen, they must practice it. They has to try it. So this is called Vijnana, knowing, knowing of the special. This is knowing in the sense. So it's a Vijnana, special kind of a knowledge that you are knowing it. So this special kind of knowledge is a subjective knowledge. Okay, not that how the scientists they prove and show, right? It cannot be proven through some kind of methods, or it cannot be shown to others. Okay, you can tell the method, you can tell the process, but the person, whoever is trying, he has to know by himself, right? So that is why whoever is having logical questions in the spiritual practice, that means they haven't touched this part. That's why they still have the logical questions. Okay, so whatever we discuss the questions, right? Some people ask, how is it possible, like karma, how the karma dissolves? Okay, they still asking the question because they haven't touched this part of the soul. They haven't touched this layer of the body. That's why they still ask the questions. Okay, once they touch this, their questions will naturally dissolve. It will be a very natural process. For me, I don't have any doubts about the spirituality of the meditation and the powers of meditation because I have touched this at least multiple occasions and I know it happens. Okay, but the problem is so you do 1 hour or 2 hour meditation, you go into this mode, and when you come to the wakeful state again, you come back to this lower levels of body. That's why we keep going and coming back here. So, but we should keep an effort so that we continuously will be able to access this layer of the body. So you should be able to access it at will. Whenever you want to know, you should be able to access. One big benefit that people get out of reaching this level is intuition. So they develop a strong intuition because intuition works beyond your logic and mind and the knowledge that you gather through this. So intuition is a direct access to the higher level of information. So those who have the intuition works sometimes and it doesn't work sometimes because the time it works, that means he is at this level of awareness where his awareness is at the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay. When he's at the Vijnanamaya Kosha, his intuition works perfect. He will know the things that are happening in the world, around the world, and whatever he needs at that point of time, that information will flow because the intuition doesn't have a logic, right? You cannot tell how it works, how do you improve it, or what's the logic behind it. It just works. That means you are accessing the universal mind. Okay, that's nothing but intuition. So, in order for intuition to work all the time, you should tap into, or you should elevate your awareness into this Vijnanamaya Kosha, right? This is one everybody must need because intuition, you need the intuition to go further in your life. You should go beyond your logical mind, just using the information that you have just gathered in this mind. Okay, so that is about the benefits of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. There are a lot of other spiritual gifts, for example, astral travel, clairvoyance. Clairvoyance means you can see the things which are far away from you. The clairaudience, like you can listen to the discussions, like not only in the physical world, the astral discussions are listening things which is far beyond and beyond this world. That's called clairaudience. And most importantly, telepathy. So you develop the telepathy because I have a lot of experience with my friends. So they think about me or I think about them and they will be calling me and they say, okay, I sent you a message. Did you get it? Yes, I did get. So this happened multiple times with my friends. So you develop the telepathic powers and also you will be able to read the others' thoughts. So in your family, you can able to exactly tell what is going on in their mind so that you will be able to help them. Not only in the home, even friends and neighbors, when you go into a situation, you'll be clearly see what's going in everybody's mind. So it comes as intuition. Okay. It doesn't come clearly in front of you, but it comes as intuition. And if you keep your mind clear and less logical, you can clearly experience what's going around you. Okay, and there are other spiritual gifts that will be, when you completely access this Vijnanamaya Kosha and that goes beyond. So if you see all the miracles that yogis are performing, so they are at this level, okay, at the Vijnanamaya Kosha. But for yogis, always tell that all the spiritual powers, they are not the ultimate. This just kind of chocolates for you. You have to go beyond it because this is only fourth layer that we are at. And there is a fifth layer, the blissful body, and the ultimate, the soul is there. So our goal is to reach that thing. If you stuck, if you think the spiritual powers are the ultimate, if so, whoever has developed this Vijnanamaya Kosha, whoever has complete access, they look like a Superman for the normal beings. Okay, that's why we all go beyond these yogis who perform these small, spiritual powers. Because for the logical mind, it cannot understand how is it possible. The science cannot be proven it's possible, but they still do it. So for us, they look like gods. For us, they look like a superhuman beings. All that they did, they able to access this Vijnana Kosha and they know anything that say it can be manifested, it will manifest. That's how the universe works. That is their knowing. You can also do this. Anything, any thought that you release, any thought you release with a strong intention that do manifest. Okay. The person who is at this Vijnana Kosha, he knows it will manifest. The person who did not reach there, he will think, oh, how is it possible? He start using his logical mind. Oh, will it happen or will it not happen? So when you are in this confusion, your thought doesn't get manifested. Okay, if you're not in confusion, your thought definitely get manifested. Okay, that is the science behind of manifestation. Let's say you want to create something in your life, you want to create a job, you want to attract something into your life. If you release one thought without a doubt, that do manifest quick faster. For the person who is at this level, he will naturally know that it will work. The person who haven't reached it, he doesn't know will it work or not. So that's why he use the mind and confuse it, and the manifestation will be delayed. Okay. So ultimate thing to reach here is knowing personally through the experience, like how cosmic energy works, how astral travel works, how third eye, gets activated, and how to see through this. Okay, how this clairvoyance and clairaudience, like seeing things which are far away, listening to things that are far away, and telepathy, these all are the consequences of reaching to the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the wisdom body. Okay, for that to happen, all you have to do is you have to come out of your logic, and most importantly, at the beginning, you need to trust whatever you're doing. Okay, when you trust it, once you see it, and you don't need trust, personally, you touched it, and you personally know it. At the beginning, till you reach here, you have to know the process is working. Like if I tell you, you do meditation, you'll reach here, means you have to trust me at the beginning till you experience it. Once you experience it, and you will know it. But this is knowing personally is called, that means if you know personally, that means you increased awareness to the fourth level. Okay, friends, I hope I made sense. So if you do not activate this body, you still will be in the logical mind, like how the most of the world is living, right? They live with the logic and all this reasoning. If you really want to reach here, you need to transcend your logical mind and practice more and know it. So anybody who practice meditation for 40 minutes plus every day, I'm sure they'll reach it. For example, Bhiksham Garu knows everything. The healing works amazingly, right? So like most of you know that. So with that, I want to conclude my session. So if you have any questions, we can know on tomorrow our bliss body. And that is, so as you reach more and more higher, there is less to explain, more to experience. So that's why, I'm spending less time here, but giving glimpse like, what it is and how it will be, what you have to do to reach here. And it's very important that you have to reach here to make a spiritual progress and make your life blissful.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sudhakar.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, friends, for
thank
giving me
you.
opportunity. Every day I'm learning new things.
Thank you so much, masters. So, um, already people are raising their hands. They have questions about. So, do you have a few minutes, Master Sudhakar Garu? So,
Sure, sure, sir.
take
Sir.
some questions. Okay. So wonderful. Thank you so much, Sudhakar Garu. And yeah, Aparna Garu, you have questions? Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good
Sir, my
evening.
question is the same I asked in many sessions. Be present, be aware. I asked this many times. I got an answer, but I was never satisfied. And actually, I never understood this. Be aware, be present. Because if when I'm sitting with closed eyes, either I'm lost in thoughts, and when you say be aware, I'm bringing my mind consciously back to breathing.
Yeah,
So, natural process, there's nothing here. I mean, either I'm doing consciously thinking about something or consciously I'm observing my breath.
yeah,
So, when I sit for 50 minutes also, I don't know. I still find my mind is juggling between thoughts and breathing. Ante.
yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah,
actually never experienced and I never understood what do you mean when you say be present, be aware.
because you're still in the logical mind. So, and getting lost is that means we are still in practice, so we get lost. Even I do sometimes, even after practicing like, 6 years, I'm still getting lost sometimes. Okay, that happens, right? So don't worry about that. So when you consciously breathe, right? That means you are aware that when you're doing consciously means you are aware that, and when you're not really thinking, your body is here, okay, and your breath is here, and you're observing it means you are exactly in the present moment, right? Your body is in one place, your mind is something else, which is far away, right? That means you are not in the present moment. So when you do conscious breathing, you are 100% in the awareness. Okay, only that time you don't have awareness is when you got lost in the thought. Okay, so whatever you're doing is correct. Only you're not trusting it. Do more practice, and one day you will know this. This is called knowing, right? So this question will disappear when you reach this knowing state. Until then, even if I tell you like 1,000 times, you still have this question because it's a personal experience that then only the question disappears. That's okay. This cannot be concluded thinking logically.
So I have to focus only on breathe all the time. And the conscious action, it should be a conscious action.
It's not a
The mind
conscious
is at
action,
work.
it's a conscious observation. Okay, you conscious every minute you are observing how it is happening, the breath. Okay, conscious breathing means if you do heavy breathing, right? If you try to control the flow of the breath, that is you're trying to control the breath. You're not trying to control the breath, let the breath happen. You consciously observe it every moment, right? There is a difference between controlling the breath, just observing the breath. Here
And
you are
what happens
doing
when we
just,
observe your breath?
sorry,
What happens when we observe our breath continuously?
continuously the breath will shorten and you are not going to your mind, right? So you're not observing the thoughts. The mind naturally disappears and the cosmic energy comes. And whatever the healing that's supposed to happen, it heals and it will elevate you into that knowing state. So okay, all your spiritual powers come into the power. Like, you will able to see things which are far away, all this astral travel that happens naturally. So whatever the spiritual gifts people talk about, they come into play. Because you naturally, if you stay in that moment for at least for 30 minutes without the thoughts, so you 100% go into this wisdom body level. So that's when all this will come into your life to experience, and you 100% experience. Once you experience, you will never doubt that. Okay, but that may disappear again once you open your eyes and come into your regular life. But it works. Okay, it's called knowing.
Right.
So when you know, and it will stay with you.
Right,
Okay,
sir. Thank you.
but at the beginning, trust it and keep practicing. When you master it, you will know everything.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Great question. Yep. Anybody else? Okay, Saraja garu. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Masters. Sudhakar, sir, could you please give any meditation routine that you reach this kosha? You said like you couple of times you experienced this, right? Like
Yeah.
1 hour or 45 minutes we have to sit and do this meditation, you said. Like because we knew about this beautiful body, like wisdom, Vijnanamaya Kosa,
Yeah.
through your wisdom speech, like will you give a specific guidance to reach this kosha? Like any 5 simple steps or like
So
this new
specific
music
guidance,
meditation?
whatever the meditation that we're doing, that is good enough. It's only the duration of the time that you need to increase.
Okay.
So because if I get a time, I sit for like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh.
So I know that day when I sit for more than an hour, I definitely experience. Because one example is all this astral travel. I had experience of astral traveling multiple times, so I know, right? And
Okay.
the clairvoyance. So when I do like meditation for like at least 2 hours, especially on a full moon days, so I know I'll be in the dark room and I will also put this pyramid uh, cap for eyes, and I
Mm-hmm.
clearly see the sky, stars. It's expanding. I clearly see a lot of lakes, mountains. So that is when I know, okay, I'm seeing something which is far beyond. Okay,
Okay.
I see sometimes, some beings in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So this all happens when you do longer duration of meditation, because first thing for us to is the clearing the mind, right? Because throughout the day you are watching so many things, going through so much, it's all registered in your mind. In order to clear that, it definitely takes time. It's a natural process. You cannot expect like in 10 minutes you're able to shut down your mind. It will not happen for sure. Right?
Okay.
And throughout the day, how peaceful you are, how much you are taking to mind, how much you are ignoring. That also matters for the next day morning meditation.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say 2 days you are you by yourself, nobody around you, and third day you sit for meditation. In 10 minutes, you will able to achieve this thoughtless state.
Okay.
But let's say you had a very stressful day at the work, and if you sit for meditation, all that stress will come out in the meditation. That will take some time to clear. So it is amount of time that you need to dedicate to experience here. So I said, 1 hour is the minimum. You spend as much as you can. And special days, do more meditation, especially on full moon days. If you get an opportunity, try this. That day you will able to experience quickly than other days.
Okay. With music or without music, how which way is better, sir?
So at the beginning, the music helps. As
Mhm.
more and more progress, you should be able to sit by yourself without music. Because I initially used music, and last 2 3 years I don't go with the music.
And
At one point,
last.
you will know that is also will be distraction for you, because music is outside thing, right? You're
Mhm.
continuously focusing on the outside thing. So this is inward journey. So
Yeah.
I know, but it's hard at the beginning. Without music, it's hard to focus on the meditation. That's why we use the music for the beginners, and at least for 30 minutes, the first 1 hour, this music helps. As you go further, you should go without music.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Good
Thank you.
question.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
time, sir.
Practice more, spend more time, you will
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Sudhakar, Bhiksham Garu, since nobody raised, I'm going to ask one thing. Sudhakar Garu, first of all, thank you to both of you. And logic, don't apply logic, trust annar kada, which is quite contrary to the modern philosophy, I would say. సో మనం ప్రతి డైలీ లైఫ్లో అన్నీ కూడా వి గో బై లాజిక్ కదండి. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి నో లాజిక్ అంటే దట్ టేక్స్ some time, basically, like, I don't know, maybe I would say surrender, whatever it is, like,
Yeah, trust
logic
and surrender both are same, madam. So if you surrender, let's say you go to Guru, if you don't surrender, he will not teach you anything, because you still doubt him, right? Let's say I told you do meditation for 2 hours. You'll go, this means either you should trust me or you have a choice to use the logic.
అంటే
So
కాదు
both cannot
నేను
exist.
అనేది
Only you have to go by one. Whether I use your own logic to come to a conclusion. Because I use my logic. So to come into spirituality, I used my logic. I didn't trust by whatever people said. From childhood, we keep hearing about all these things, gods. I never trusted. Okay, when I read books, multiple books, I used my logic to conclusion. You should be intelligent enough to use the logic to make a right decision, right? Everybody use a logic in this world. Everybody want to make money. Is everybody able to make money? Everybody want to make money in the stock market. Is able to make. Everybody is a logic. One person using logic in a right way, other people having the wrong logic. You should also know what is your logic is taking you. Okay, best way is without using logic. If you don't use the logic, 100% you will succeed. If you use the logic, you should be super intelligent so that your logic works for you.
అదే ఆ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ తెచ్చుకోవడానికి కదా లాజిక్ అంటే. డోంట్ గెట్ మీ రాంగ్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ డౌటింగ్. వెన్ ఐ సే లాజిక్, లైక్ రీజనింగ్, క్వశ్చనింగ్, సీకింగ్ ఈజ్ వాట్ వి బిలీవ్ ఇన్, రైట్?
But seeking and reasoning are not same.
Yeah, when you seek, like, for the reasoning, I want to seek. Is that correct or not?
No, reasoning means I tell you, okay, so if you close your eyes, you can see what is happening in the other side of the world. You can say other planet. If you ask me, no logic or reason, it's very hard to explain with the logical mind, because these are things happen beyond the logical mind. You are coming down and asking how is it happens, right? So these are
No.
transcendental things. So it's hard to explain because it's its own experience.
No, my thing is like simple. మీకు ఇప్పుడు you are in that Vijnanamaya kosha, right? Experiencing. For me, I've been doing all these things, but naka experience ante experience in the sense that ఆస్ట్రల్ పార్ట్, ఈ టెలిపతి ఇవన్నీ ఐ కెన్ సే ఎస్, లాంగ్ టైం నుంచి టెలిపతి కానీ లేకపోతే ఏదన్నా ఇలా ఇంట్యూటివ్నెస్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిందని చెప్పొచ్చు విత్ ఆల్
Yeah.
దిస్ ప్రాక్టీస్.
Yeah.
బట్ ఇలాగా ఆస్ట్రల్ జర్నీ అవన్నీ అవ్వలేదు. సో
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్తుంటే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ డౌటింగ్ యూ, దట్ ఈస్
Yeah.
యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. బట్ నేను ఎప్పుడు ట్రస్ట్ చేస్తాను అంటే నా వరకు వెన్ ఐ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, రైట్?
Yeah,
ఈస్ దట్
exactly.
రైట్? సో ఇప్పుడు మీ అందరికి అవ్వచ్చు, బట్ నాకు అవ్వట్లేదు అంటే హౌ విల్ ఐ ట్రస్ట్ ఇట్?
Sumana garu,
దట్స్
please
వేర్.
speak in English.
ఓ సారీ. ఓకే. Yeah. So that is the thing I was saying, like,
See, trust and knowing, there's a little difference. When you personally experience, that's a knowing. So
right.
trusting means, I told, you do 3 hours meditation every day, you will definitely experience the astral travel. That means you are trusting me. Trust is always external, knowing is always internal, right?
Okay.
Whether you
Okay.
trust me, okay, you trust me and you will experience that whatever I told you. Okay. The
Okay.
trust is external thing, knowing is internal thing. Okay. The trust can be disappear one day. So I told you astral travel will work. Some 10 people came and said, okay, no, that's not truth. That means you may trust the 10 people, then trust can change. The knowing can never change.
Okay.
Okay. So in order to experience that knowing, you have to trust something at the beginning, because everything need a practice, right? In order for your logical mind to accept and go into practice, you have to trust somebody or something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
But so this knowing, I told, right, knowing, coming to this wisdom body, you need a lot of practice. Okay. So how strong your logical mind. For Bhiksham Garu, I know, in first few weeks he is able to go into that wisdom body because he's very less logical. He trusted people and he put all his energy into the practice. Okay. Everything matters, like how fast you make a spiritual progress.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure, madam.
Good morning, Bhiksham Guru. Good morning, Sudhakar Guru. Good morning, everyone. Sir, so as we talk about this Vijnanmaya course of our soul, so when you like sit for the meditation, after some times, like you feel, not all the time, sometimes you feel that like flow of energy flowing through your different part of body. And so, but like no vision or no astral travel, whatever. But so, are you still in this stage of Vijnanmaya course, or your soul is coming into that stage, or can you explain about that?
Yeah, you are right. Your awareness went into that Vijnana Kosha levels. That's why you were seeing that you are experiencing that cosmic energy and you are knowing that it is happening. Okay. So that means your awareness increased. So it's all about, taking your awareness back into the deeper levels.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
I want to share one more thing. A couple of days ago, you talk about first thing I to share with us, and somebody, I think Miss Saroja Master also asked something. One person asked the question that you scan your body wherever you have a pain, or like as I say, if you want to send the special more energy to that particular part of your body,
yeah.
like and then ask to like use a breathe in, right? Like minutes ask for energy to go there.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing my experience that particular day. I had a lot of pain. That happens to me once in a while. So I had extremely lot of pain in my left knee. And when I sat in the meditation, I did the scanning and I sent the energy to particular that part. And you will not, like as I say, it's like a miracle. When I finish the meditation, I'm walking like so pain free, like I'm totally free out of that pain. And I did the same thing yesterday too. And like, I don't know, after such a long time, I felt this kind of relief from that pain. So thank you
Amazing.
so much. So I think one person asked the question and it really works.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Amazing. Great experience, madam. That's inspiration for everybody, right? You trust and practice it.
Yes.
Now she knows like it works. That knowing is important. You send energies and the healing works. That knowing is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. That's why she kind of touched that Vijnanamaya Kosha. And she, every time it happens, she will try that. She knows that she can tell many people and she will never doubt, no, even our 0.1%. So that's called knowing. The knowing will stay with you forever.
So next is Shashiji. Shashiji is from Bay Area. Welcome to session, Shashiji.
Thank you, Bhiksham sir. Thank you, Sudhakar sir.
Thank you,
This
madam.
is such a wonderful session, and in the meditation was so deep. Even still, I won't feel to come out. I feel just to keep closing my eyes and keep listening you. Thank you, sir. You really guided so well, and yes, I completely agree. Many times it happens when we go in a deep, very deep meditation. I also felt many times like astral travel and galaxies. Actually, I see galaxies a lot, and it looks so real. It real means I feel like when we see picture it's just exactly match. But my question here, sir, why when we come back it looks like everything illusion? Means we come back in again our consciousness mind and everything looks like, maybe it was a dream, maybe it was like, why we are like that, like even though going to the another planet and astral travel meeting to the other masters is so real only that time. But when we coming back we have a questions, we questions ourselves. So can you please guide me to believe in it more, because I know it happens with everyone.
No, when you saw it, why you not trusting yourself? Because you already saw it, right?
Yeah.
And once you saw it, how can things change it? Right?
Yeah.
So that means whatever, so first thing that whatever happens in meditation, the experience in the meditation, they're real experiences. Okay, but they're beyond the physical world. So only reason we don't trust is, we want everything happen in the astral world, all to be exist in the physical world. Your astral experiences, you want to, make it physical. So that is why you're not trusting. Otherwise, the astral is astral, physical is physical. You know this, okay? There is a distinction. There is, and you should know that there is so much beyond the physical level. Okay, when you know this distinction, then you will trust whatever happens with the astral. They do exist. Only thing is, in order to experience them every day or every minute, all you have to do is shift your awareness to that level. Then you can instant experience. Even now, if you are able to change your frequency, you should be able to see those whatever you saw in the meditation. No, we are still practicing. We are still developing our spiritual powers. It will take some time for us to at the will to change the awareness. Okay, that comes eventually as you practice more and more. But at the beginning, it happens as a glimpses, occasionally in our meditations when things happen deeper, when atmosphere around is nice, it happens accidentally for us. But as we practice more and more, they become at will for us. And we're all in the process and we'll reach for sure.
So it's a
Thank you.
minimum 1 hour meditation recommended for everyone. It is always good if we, as long as we can, it's that long we can sit.
Yeah.
But when we sit till 1 hour, it's like we settle down and the
Yeah.
real experience, which is we say beyond of our consciousness, we go more deep in our subconscious. Only it happened after 1 hour,
Exactly.
or you think as we do meditation for a long time, like suppose after 10 years, if just we go instant immediately in that situation.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. First 40 minutes, you were still at body and mind level. Okay. And after 40 minutes and 1 hour, 1 hour to 2 hours, you were at this knowledge body level. Okay. Astral travel, other things. Those you can sit for more than 3 hours, they reach the bliss body level. They truly experience bliss level. So I'm still trying for that 3 hours. But it never happened. But when ready, things are ready, they happen. But great questions. Very nice interacting with everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Tomorrow we'll
for
see bliss
enlightening
body
us.
and we'll spend more time for questions tomorrow. So
Sudhakar Guru, I have one short question.
sure, madam.
So like when we try to practice meditation for a longer time, right? Like instead of 1 hour, go for 2 hours or 2.5 to 3 hours, right? So is it better to sit like in a very quiet, dark place, or it's okay to do it outside in the nature too? Because right now it's summertime, so it's nice, bright, sunny weather outside. So where is more possibility to get connected? Sitting in the dark room by yourself or outside nature works too?
I don't know if you'll able to sit outside every day.
Mm.
Okay, but if you really want to sit like 3 hours and experience the bliss, I recommend you sit inside in the dark room.
Okay.
Because
Thank you so
outside,
much.
there are a lot of distractions,
Mm.
and your aura, you keep expanding aura that may get disturbed when you sit outside for longer. But if you really want to connect to the nature, you should definitely connect and do. That time you can sit outside. In order to connect to the nature, you really don't have to close your eyes. You can touch the tree and hold it. With open eyes, you should be able to connect to the nature.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
And also, if you want to be in a field in dark, you can always use that you can cover your eyes with a ribbon or some towel, or you can use that our pyramid those caps we have
Yeah,
that
the pyramid eye caps I used to have.
eye
I
caps.
don't know where it is. I'll show you tomorrow. If you use that,
Yes,
that's a little effective.
I do have it.
Yeah.
I bought it from somewhere else, I think. Yes, a pyramid. Yeah, that also you can use it. You get a lot of energies.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all, friends. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Bhikshangar, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhakar Master. Thank you, Bhiksha Master.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow at the same time. Have a wonderful day, masters.
Thank
See
you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.